Welcome everyone. In this course, we are going to build an CRUD application, create, read, update, and delete using Node.js, Express.js, and MongoDB. We'll be using API application programming interface, and we use some MVC thing, okay, and EJS. So we'll start building our app, and before that, let me show my expected output, okay? And I wanted you also to try it in your system. Hello everyone, myself Vijay. So I'm very happy to see you all again in our new course. So in this in this Udemy course, we are going to learn about the CRUD application. We are going to create a API, CRUD API, that means CRUD application, that is create, read, update, and delete using Express.js, Node.js, MongoDB, and we'll be using EJS, TypeScript, okay, EJS, and so we will be creating a app. So this is a slight intro part. Okay, this will be our output. So I will explain the output first. So since I would like to publish my course free, uh, I'm sorry that I'm restricted with the limit of 2 hours of video only, so that I'm trying to move on fast. And so at the end of the 2 hours, okay, at the end of this course, you will also be able to code this program and able to do the output also. So let me start with this output. So this is how my output looks. Okay. So I have started my NodeMon. Okay. If you're already learned Node.js and Express, this will be this lecture will be very easy also. So as you see here on my screen, I have my just a CRUD application for user management system. So I have a button here for new user. If I click that, I'll be move on to add user URL where it asks me for entering a new user. It asks me for my name, email, gender, okay, whether male or female, status, whether active or inactive. So I can give all these things. I can give save. So for example, let me give okay, let me give Mark, and let me give Mark 123 at gmail.com, okay, some randomly. So it's a mail, and I'm going to say I'm active, and I'm going to save this user. So it pop-ups me, okay, it gives me an alert, data inserted successfully. So I can give okay. So it has this data has been successfully inserted, and I can also see it in my MongoDB. I'm going to give okay. So if I come to all users, you can see the ID3. I have my inserted record. Okay, mark123 at gmail.com is email. Gender I gave male, active I gave. If I want to delete this, I can also delete. And this button is for updating. So I have created a record. Now I can read it from MongoDB. Okay, that I will show it in the process. And now here this action field, I can also in this button is used to update it. So I want to update my user. So mark123. I want to update the status to inactive, and let me save this. It is saying that data updated successfully. I want that data to be updated. I want the status to be from change update from active to inactive. So I have changed to inactive, and it shows data updated successfully, and I'm going to click now okay. And let me see the all users. Now you can see the status for Mark has been changed to inactive. If I want to delete this record, I can also click this button to delete. So it alerts me, do you really want to delete this record? I'm going to give OK. Okay, data deleted successfully. OK. Now you can see the third ID, Surya. Sorry, Mark, after Surya, Mark and his email ID, gender, status, everything, that record and complete record has been deleted. So I have created, I have read, updated, and deleted the is record. So this is how my output works. This is a CRUD application. Okay, it's a API application programming interface. So I have used a Node.js, Express, and for database I have used MongoDB. So let us start into our code. Let me directly jump into Visual Studio Code and start explaining the folder structure so that you can also try it in your system. All right, welcome back. Let me directly I will jump to Visual Studio Code. So open your Visual Studio Code. So you can go to your C drive or and create an folder called CRUD app. Okay, name your folder as CRUD app. Okay, CRUD stands for create, read, update, and delete. Okay, name your folder as CRUD app. Okay, after creating your folder as CRUD app, you have to create a folder called assets. Okay, create a folder called assets. So you can I have already created. Okay, since my course Udemy course lecture is only for 2 hours, since I wanted to publish it free for everyone, I am restricted with a time limit of 2 hours. So I have already pasted the code for simplicity and time consuming. So now so that you could also pause this video and try implementing it. I have also given my GitHub repository link in description. So yeah, my GitHub repository is in GitHub Vijay Arjun 2K / crudapp. Okay, Vijay Arjun 2K. If you visit that my GitHub web page, GitHub page, you could see this repository. You can see this project as a repository, and you can download it, or you can copy paste, and you can implement the project. So first, after creating your new folder crudapp, okay, you can have to create a folder. You can name the folder asset. Inside asset, you have to create another two folder like CSS and JS. Okay, if you click this button, okay, for new folder you have to click this button. So clicking this, you have to click create new folder, name CSS, name it CSS, name it JS. And inside CSS, okay, it's a cascading style sheet. CSS stands for cascading style sheets. So name the create another file. Okay, create new file there, name it as style.css. And then inside JS, create new file, index.js. Okay, so this is all with assets. Now create another folder named server. Inside folder server, create these folders too. Create a new folder, name it as controller, and another one database, model, routes, services. Later part of the video, I will explain about what are controller, what is model, what are routes. I will explain it later. So now you can create these folders by clicking this. Okay, new folder. So inside controller, create a folder, create a new file controller.js. Okay, so this is a JavaScript file namely. That is why it is getting an extension with .js. So create new file controller.js inside controller, and inside database create a new file. Okay, create a new file by clicking this. Create new file, name it as connection.js, and inside model create a new file model.js. And similarly in routes, inside routes create router.js, and inside services create render.js. And after server create a new folder. Okay, views. Inside that create new folder include. Inside create new file footer dot underscore footer dot ejs. So it is a TypeScript. Okay, Express.js. Okay, footer dot ejs, form dot ejs, header dot ejs, show dot ejs. Okay, and inside views folder create a new file, add user dot ejs, index, update user. Okay, create all these. Okay, you could also pause this video and you can add this. Okay, after creating you inside CRUD app you can create a new file server.js. So this is the server.js file. So before that, create click new terminal. So move on to your application. Definitely it will be, it have been to your CRUD application. Here I have saved my CRUD application folder in D folder. In case if you have created it in C folder, it will be like C:/CRUD app. So here you have to give you're going to install some dependencies like you will not be creating these folders. Okay, for this you have to install some dependencies for this package log.jsn and package .jsn. So you have to install these things. So let me say that. So now you can as you see, okay, as you see, so as you could see here, first you have to give npm init, okay, for initializing your project. So after initializing it, it asks for your package name. If you have already learned, if you have we already have a basic knowledge of Node.js, you would have definitely known. Okay, so for that I'm not going to show you everything here. Okay, after giving this, click enter. So you'll be asked with uh, it asks for your package name. Give the package name as your folder name, that is your app name, CRUD app. It will shows your version, okay, and it asks for description. It shows the entry point, okay. Entry point we will set it later. So entry point, it asks for entry point. It shows the test command and git repository, and it asks for keywords. So when it asks for keywords, you could give the keyword as crud comma, you can give the keyword as crud comma mongodb, and it asks for author, so you can give your name. So with this, our setup is almost ready. So with that note, you could see your package.jsn file created. Okay, after that your package.jsn file will be created. So in that you can see your scripts. Inside script you could see test and start. In start you will have node server.js. So you can name it as nodemon. Okay, you can give it as nodemon space server.js. Okay, so create like that. So your CRUD will be create your packages package.json will be ready up to that. So now, okay, after all these things, okay, you can open this terminal and you have to install some dependencies. So for that, you give npm I for install, npm I express Morgan. Okay, Morgan is also a dependency we needed for this CRUD app. We have to install NodeMon EJS. Okay, EJS is for Express.js. Okay, it is also a very easy framework for front-end framework, backend framework. Sorry, and we need a body parser. Okay, give it like this hyphen body hyphen parser. So body parser is used for serializing the data, and we also need a .env file. Okay, .env dependency. This is for your security purpose. Okay, when you connect to MongoDB, you need not want your credentials to be exposed to other users. For that, we use a dependency called .env, and we also need a dependency called mongoose. Um, So I hope another thing is we need Axios. Okay, Axios is also used. It makes the code easy to make a request in Express application. For that we use Axios. Now click enter. Okay, it will install all the packages. I have already installed packages. It takes some time to install it. So we will wait until this all installs. Okay, after installing we have to follow the few things. All right. Let me close this. So you can see here everything gets installed. Okay, I install all the dependencies. Okay, so I don't want to clear the terminal. So as you could see here, so that is all with, okay, that is all with your package.jsn. So we have installed all our dependency, and we have changed the main to, please note that the main should be server.js and starts to be node1 server.js. So after this, since we have already created a server.js under CRUD app, okay, open that. So you could copy paste these. Okay, you could copy paste these code. Okay, let me first, before that let me explain you the basic thing. So I think you might have already known Node.js, but um, so here these are all a familiar thing. So I have created a, since I installed the dependencies like Express, okay, Express.env, Morgan, body parser. I have used these things, so I have to give like this const express equal to require of express dot env morgan body parser, okay, and then the path I'm going to ask, no, that also I have to give. And to connect the db, okay, I have to give const connect db equal to require of this. I will come back to later, okay. Before that, give this, okay, const app equal to express of in that dot env dot config path colon config dot env, and the port I am going to use is 3000, okay, localhost 3000 is the port I am going to use. So give const port equal to process dot env dot port, okay, 3000. And then for using this Morgan dependency, we are these are for log a log request, okay. Whenever user requests for logging, no, we use the that is the time where we are using this Morgan. So app dot use of Morgan of tiny you have to give, okay. MongoDB, just give connect db of just to establish the, for just establishing the MongoDB connection, give connect db of semicolon. And for passing the request to body parser, you have to give this, okay, app.use of body parser dot URL encoded of extended true. And then for setting the view engine, you have to give app.set of view engine comma EJS. Okay, since we have created many EJS files in no, we have to give this, we have to set it, and then we have to set that to the corresponding directory. Okay, in views folder we have sorry, in views folder we have various express, right, EJS so for that we have set the path, okay, the directory name. So I have loaded all the assets like app.use of where the assets are, okay. Here are the assets css and js. So for css and js I have given directory name, and also for image I have given the image, okay. And for loading the routers, okay, as you could see, the routers are here in the routes, okay, server routes folder, okay. So I have given the specifying the paths as dot slash server slash route slash router, okay. For that I have given, okay, we will come back to this router later. So here I have given, and for listening to the port 3000 I have given app.listen port. uh, I have to console server is running on localhost 3000. So here when I type a npm start, okay, I'll be getting some output here as server is running on port 3000, and as well as I'll be getting MongoDB connected successfully and so on, okay. Some logs I will be getting over there. So this is with server.js, okay. Here you have to remember this, okay, connect db of where we will be using MongoDB to establish the connection. So with that, you can now go to uh, views, okay. Here is my views, okay. So in views folder, you can go to this, all these things, okay. Under views, I have created all these things. So index.ejs I have created, right? Open that. So you can copy these things from my GitHub repository. So what I have given here is I have included the EJS framework. If you want to learn about EJS, okay, visit the official page of EJS and start knowing the basics like syntax and how you have to do include your EJS in your tags and so on. So here I have included the header, okay. So header is there in the include of, okay. Inside the include folder, have footer, EJS, and form, header, show, okay. So for that only I have included that in inside the header path, okay. I have specified the path. In main side I have given a ID site main, and for inside div I have given a class container and another class box navy, okay. These are for the css tag, okay. I don't want to go in depth for styling, okay, cascading style sheet I don't want to go. And here I have given a hyperlink for add user, okay, which goes for this particular thing add user. Okay, for that I have given a class border show. Okay, these are some styling. Okay, for form handling I have created a form. Okay, form tag action. Okay, method is post. Okay, post method. In that I am going to create a table. Okay, class table. Table heading is going to be table heading uh, dark. Okay, class th dark, th dark. Okay, inside table row I have table heading like id, name, email, gender, status, action. So I have closed that table heading, table row, table heading, table body, and I have include this show. Okay, show here. Okay, till here the EJS I have enclosed the EJS, and then close table form dev. Okay, I have closed this. So these are things I have in index.js, and finally I have included the footer where it is in include folder footer. Okay, footer here it is. So I have included. So let me show you how I have done in that. Okay, sorry. So in footer.js, I have simply the script tag, okay, where I have some SRC for jQuery, okay, and some integrity and so on, okay. You could copy paste, okay, and here also I have some source for JS index.js, okay, JS where in facets, okay, I have index.js. No, for that I have given the script here, okay, for whatever should be provided, I have given the script here, and also with header I have given here. Okay, in HTML I have given the title to be CRUD application, as you could see. Okay, in my output. Okay, user management system I have given the thing. Okay, and I have given some styling references, and also mention here CSS. No, that I have given the path location for it. Okay, that's all with the header. And inside form I have given the form action as API user, method to be post, add user. Okay, for this add user I have given this form where I have various div classes. Inside div I have classes like new user. Okay, new user and everything, and I have the inputs like name as a text. Okay, name input field, email, radio buttons for okay, radio buttons. Okay, I have radio buttons for the gender. Okay, radio button, and I have the radio button for status like active or inactive. That is all with the form.ejs. And show.ejs I have these things like I have created a for loop where it give the users dot length. Okay, it keeps on adding the users with the name, email, and gender and status respectively, and with the table data it gets the anchor tag. Okay, it gets the link for updating the user id with the corresponding users. Okay, whenever a user adds the updates the user, this is going to show it in the table. Okay, uh, table like table data. Okay, td. So that is with these code here. And here is the add user. Okay, for adding a new user I have given some code. Okay, I have included the header, and I have included the form and as well as footer. Okay, and for updating the user, yes, you can see here. Okay, everything I have given in form with some styling tag. Okay, it will say when it will give an heading, right? Update user, use the below form. Okay, and I have given an link for all users and so on. Okay, and it also no shows me here. This is the placeholders I have marked yours example. Okay, the placeholders. Okay, it shows the simple form, and when user enters the data, it has to change respectively. So for that only I have this update. So I think I've explained everything with this views. Next section we will see the server and other things. So again, now welcome back. Okay, so now we will open um, so open server. In that we have created a routes. No, so router.js, open router.js. So in this I'm using Express. Okay, and then I'm routing it. So for that I'm using the services and controller, right? I have specified the path. Okay, so inside services I have render.js, right? For that I have specified the location, and for controller also I have specified the location. Okay, and these are some description which will be already available. Okay, for adding using user and for updating user. Okay, Then you will be having this route dot get services dot home routes for the root route, okay, and services that add user, services that update user, okay. After that we can have our API. For that we will be posting, deleting, sorry, post, we have post, get, put and delete, okay. It is similar to create, read, update and delete, okay. So these things will create, find, update and delete in our controller, okay. For that only we are using this API, and then I have exported this route, okay. This is all with routes here. And we have inside server we have also created a controller folder, controller.js. Open that. So in this we will create, we will have the MongoDB name, okay, and all these things, okay. Let me show a quick demo on how to create the database now. So for creating the MongoDB, okay, MongoDB, um, visit the website, okay. um, you have to open the MongoDB atlas, okay. I have already created, okay, my thing, my account. If you have not created, so you have to click try free there. So I am going to sign in with my Gmail account. So here with my I have signed in, okay, with my account. So you here you see, you can see clusters, okay. You have to click connect, okay, okay, and select this, okay, connect with your application. You have to select, and you're going to copy and paste this in .env file, okay. So we have created a .env file, no, you have to copy and paste in over there, okay. Let me close this. So you can see your collections, okay. So I have named it as a default, okay. You have to create new cluster, okay. I have named the cluster as default, no, cluster 0. So after that you have to click connect and select your location, okay. Basically you have these things, okay. You could also register your region, type and so on. So if I click this collections tab, I will be shown with whatever the existing thing I have in my DB. So as you saw in my first lecture, I had the user record of Vijay and Surya. So you could see these things. Okay, I can insert another document over here, or I can find here. Okay, I can do anything with this thing. Okay, I have named my collection as my first database. Okay, and the collection name as database as user DBS. Okay, so inside the user DBS only I have these things. So let me coming back to this. Controller.js file. So I have selected this DB name, user DB require of model, okay, where I will be having it here in model.dj, sorry, JS. So here I am going to create and save the new users, and I can also export this create user based on the request and response. As you know, this is the arrow function. Inside arrow function, I can give the condition and whatever I want to return from the for the corresponding request, I can return the response as well. So if not request dot body, I have to respond with the status of 400 or send of message content cannot be empty. Okay. So and after returning it, okay, this is for accepting the validating the request. If I want a new user, I can create a user in user variable const user equal to new user db. Inside user db I have the four fields. I have created four fields like name, email, gender and status, okay. Request.body.name, okay, so and so I have given. And to save your user, save the user in the database, I have to give user and then dot save of user dot then of, okay, it is a promise, okay. So I have used promises. So if you know the concepts of promises, okay, do go and surf in website. You have so many tutorials available. Okay, you can just read the document about promises in Node.js. So I have used the promises here. Okay, data arrow function for responding the data. I have coded response dot redirect of to the add user location. Okay, it will automatically go to add user and dot catch. Okay, for the promise that to catch error arrow function, okay, a response with the status 500. I have to send the message as error message, okay, some error occurred while creating a CRUD application, okay, create application, like that I am going to give. And for retrieving and returning all the user or return a single user, I have to export the find, okay, export.finds of request.response. If request.query.id, I have used a ID here. In user DB, I have to find by ID of ID. Here again, I have used the promise. So dot then of um, if not data, I have to send the status as message. Not I have to send the message as not found user with the ID with the corresponding ID I have entered. Else I can send the data. Okay, and for catching the promise, I have to send the status like message error retrieving user with that corresponding ID, or else I can use the user db.find of then promise with that user and then catch an error with sending error occurred while retrieving the user information. And how to update a new identified user by user ID? I have to use this update field. Okay. If not request.body, then I have to send the status like data to update cannot be empty. Like as I shown in the previous in the first video, the output. Okay, I showed the illustration of the output. You could saw the alert box, some pop-up alert box coming showing that data inserted successfully, data updated successfully, data cannot be empty, like that. No, for that only I have these responses. So I have used the concept of promises. So data to be update cannot be empty I have given. And for finding an update, I have used these codes. Okay, it shows just cannot update user with some ID because maybe user not found, and other catching the memory error update user information. And to delete a user with a specified user ID in the request, I have used find by ID and delete. So this also I have used a promise concept, and which will send a request like response like it cannot delete with the use with that corresponding ID. Maybe ID is wrong, and or else it will say that user was deleted successfully. If it catched any error, then it could say it could not delete user with that corresponding ID. So this is with the control JS. And since we connected with the DB, okay, database MongoDB, we have already created database, right? Inside that we also created a new file connection.js. So in that I'm going to use this dependency mongoose for database connection. Connect db equal to asynchronous prom. Okay, I'm going to use a asynchronous promises here. So I'm going to try and I have used try and catch. So in try block I have used await function like mongoose.connect of that process.env and I have said the mongo URI. Okay, new user URI passed through. You have to give these things. And also I'm going to print console.log MongoDB connected successfully. And I have if any error I am going to catch it and say it's error and exit with 1. And I have exported the connect DB. Okay, this is all with the connect database MongoDB connection. And also with this controller.js I have used the promises for creating updating and deleting the records. So yes, finally we are going to complete our project. This we need to do the render.js, which is available in services. Okay, so in render we are going to use this Axios. As I said, uh, Axios, what it does is Axios makes it easy to make a request in Express application. So uh, if you see here, um, in Axios I'm going to include this Axios dependency. So I have used this, and I'm going to export the home rows. Okay, request comma response arrow function and make a get request to API users. So Axios dot get off given the I have given the URL for the users, and then I have used the promises where for the function of response I'm going to render the index which has the users and its response data. Okay, response dot data, that is users applicable data it is going to be rendering. If I have any error, I can catch this promise by sending the error. And also I have to as I export the home routes, I have to also to export the add user and update user. Add user, you can simply just say export.add user equal to request comma response arrow function response dot render of add user. Okay, but for updating the user, you have to use this axios dot get of the location you have to give for users comma, you have to specify the params, that is id will be request dot query dot id, and then use the promise like function of user data render update user, so that it will update the user data alone. So that if you have any error in this promise, then you have to catch that error by sending the error. So this is you will use in rendering. Okay, and in model you use the mongoose, right? You use the mongoose dependency, so you have to use that. So schema is nothing but a, a table. Okay, so as schema equal to name new dot mongoose. So you can see here I have used mongoose, and for schema I have given the name type as string. It should be required true. Unique email, it should be unique, no, so I have given unique as a property, and I have set that boolean value to be true. And for gender also I have given string, and status also as string. And I have used the db, no, I have used that mongoose.model of user db comma schema, and I have exported the user. This I have kept in model. And in index js I have used the functions, like for submitting the add user, what that event, okay, what the function event must do. It has to throw an alert, right? Data inserted successfully. For that I have used this. And for updating the user also, when I update user, when I click that submit button, what I have to do? I have to prevent default of function I have used unindexed array equal to this dot serialize array of. So in that I will have the data, its name and its corresponding value, and also I have a request variable where it will have properties like URL method and the data. URL will be the simply the URL with the corresponding data's ID, and method is nothing but put method, and data is the data for this particular request. And I use the ajax request dot done of function of response, like I'm throwing again another data updated successfully. And I'm giving a condition where if condition, like if window dot location dot path name is this, okay, the base path directory, I have to one delete, I have given a function called one delete. It will just give this dollar s dot table body table data a dot delete, okay, anchor dot delete, so that it will delete that corresponding thing alone. So one on delete function, okay, like on delete property I've used. Okay, on delete dot click off function, okay, when I click that, no, it should delete, so that the id also gets deleted. So attribute of data id also will delete, where request equal to url, so that particular url user's id it will go. And the method I'm going to use here delete, since here I'm going to the data id and I'm going to create it. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm going to create it, but here if you see I'm going to delete it, so the method should be here delete, whereas there when I want to create that data, okay, that record, I have to I have to name the method as put. Okay, whereas when I want to delete it, the method name should be delete. So if consum do you really want to delete this record, and then I'm going to give dot ajax of request dot done of function of response. I'm going to alert again data deleted successfully, and then I want to the location to be reloaded off. So this is with the index. So I have shown how you have how to create a record, okay, and you have to enter the details. I have shown how to update the user. Okay, I have shown also to update the existing user, add a new user. Okay, I have basically what I did was I performed the CRUD operations, and I have also deleted some users. Okay, if you want, you can also see it in this DB. Okay, now let me again run my project. Okay, so terminal, new terminal. Okay, give npm start. Okay, it must console.log. When I used like server running on, so server is running on that particular local host. And I also mention console log of MongoDB connected, so that if you go to this port, so like if you go to that localhost 3000. Okay, I have currently three things. Okay, if I'm going to add a new user, I can add um I can add like ram. Okay, give the email as ram at email.com and gender as male. Okay, I'm going to save it as inactive and I'm going to save. Okay, data inserted successfully. Okay, so if I click again all users, I can see this ram had to be shown, and similarly I want it to be shown in this also. So let me refresh this. Now I will be having the third ID, okay, as ram will be inserted in this. It takes some time for this MongoDB to be loaded. Okay, now you could see the query result is 3. Okay, so here you can see name ram, email ram at email.com, gender male, status is inactive. So I can also perform okay, deletion over here also. So it's hopefully working. Okay, the CRUD app which I created over here is hopefully working. So you can try this implementing with everything. In the next lecture, I would like to show some PPT. If you have not understand some concepts like what is MVC, model view routes, okay, sorry, model view controller. If you have not understood the concepts of MVC and what is a routes so that I have shown a PPT so that you can refer that PPT, and also do check out my GitHub profile, okay, Vijay Arjun 2K. So there I have my crudapp. Okay, you can get this code over there. So thank you. So for CRUD operation, you may want to know about uh, some CRUD operations like insert into all those things, right? So I have given a PPT here. So insert into statement is used to add new data into a database. So it adds a new record to a table and contains values for some or all of its columns. It can be combined with a select statement to insert into records. So this is the sample I have given, insert into artist of artist ID and so on. So like if you have multiple values, this is how you have to do. So these are with the SQ, but what we have learned is NoSQL. So for MongoDB is a NoSQL relationship, whereas SQL is a okay structured query language. So both are different. So here I have used SQL. Okay, this PPT contains SQL. So if you want to know about more about CRUD and the queries, you can also go through this. But our utmost thing is to learn about the Node.js and MongoDB for building a CRUD application. So I hope this whole lecture was interesting, and feel free to give your reviews. So based on your reviews, I can try to improve myself. And don't forget to give a rating, okay, 5 star, okay, as you want, and so I can do myself well in next courses. So till then, sign off. Thank you. Happy learning.